Are you scared of carbs? Well, let me talk to you for a minute. You probably heard of many women that try to lose weight by exercising and cutting down carbs, and it didn't work so well. Whereas other stories of men who just work out a little, eat a bit better, and lost weight easily. Well, that's because you shouldn't cut down carbs. What happens if you cut carbs? Well, first, you will have mood swings, cravings, you're going to lose muscle mass, your metabolism is going to slow down, and it will turn you into a fat storing machine. I know there's lots of confusion out there, people talking about good carbs and bad carbs, but there's no such thing as good fructose, bad fructose, good glucose or bad glucose. All of that's carbs, that's sugar. And what I would call bad sweet stuff is fatty desserts. I mean chocolate, donuts, dairy ice cream, cookies, cakes. All of these taste sweet, okay, but they contain so much fat. About half of the calories come from fat in these things. When people say that sugar made them fat, they actually mean croissant and chocolate made them fat. But actually, fat made them fat. When you eat lots of fat with your carbs, this is when you'll have issues. Pancreatic issues, liver issues, and more, like inflammation. You don't want any of that, so the best is to keep the fat low. And when the fat is low, the insulin works much, much better. I can talk about that in other videos. Anyway, you can eat a lot of carbs, like in these videos, and limit your fat to the minimal possible, and you'll thrive. I've been doing that for 13 years. It's awesome. I'm almost 40, and I've never restricted my calories or my carbs in my life. I don't know how people do that. Every day I eat as much as my heart's content in carbs, as many carbs as I want, but I limit my fats, and I'm really happy like that. When tested, my blood sugar is always in the middle of the range, including my glycated hemoglobin. And the rest of my blood test is also excellent. You can find it on my channel. Anyway, when I initially started to eat like that, I lost weight without exercising. And then I had so much energy that I got into running and later into cycling. And thanks to all of these carbs, let's say about 550 grams of carbs per day, that's usually what I eat, I can be productive for the whole day for my job. And there's only one supplement that I take, it's vitamin B12. It's 2023, and a lot of people leave comments like, where are your protein? Where are your vitamin da and da? Where are your fatty acids? They have never looked at the composition of fruit, vegetables, starches. People are clueless. TV rises them, so I'm not too surprised. They listen to the content of advertising. Well, there are many healthy vegans out there, and I'm glad that there was the documentary The Game Changers that was released. But the only reason why I'm vegan is for the animals. And then I eat a lot of fruit because I care about my health. I don't want to age too quickly. I don't want to become obese, Most people think that we are omnivores, but we are not. We are frugivore animals. If you check tables of compared anatomy, you would figure that out. So everything in the human anatomy screams, I am a frugivore. So basically, our intestines are adapted to eating a lot of carbohydrates. But if you listen to these carnivore people, these carnivore shills online, you're going to get in trouble because the human body is not adapted to eating lots of fat and lots of protein. If you do so, your kidneys are going to suffer. You will have clogged arteries at a young age. What a pity. And also, you're going to overload your liver, poor liver. Also, you're going to lose muscle mass, bone mass, water mass, glycogen mass. Your metabolism will become so slow, you'll struggle losing weight year after year. You will feel sick, demotivated, unable to do intensity workouts. And have you heard of keto crotch? Well, basically, it's bum that stinks like fish. And have you heard of disaster pants? Yeah, that's what happens to keto people. Not fun at all. Anyway, thanks to this high fruit diet with also at least one starch meal every day plus some cooked vegetables, I feel awesome. I don't have any constipation unless I smash the bread and don't drink enough water. Also, I was never scared of lacking of essential amino acids or essential fatty acids because you can get enough of them easily if you do eat enough calories from fruit, from starches. The diet that is specific to the human species is high carb. It's about 80% of the calories coming from carbohydrates. Anyone who is in their right minds wouldn't kill an animal with their own hands. It feels wrong, But people have been indoctrinated not to make the connection between the animals they eat and the secretion of animals they eat with the actual animal that is innocent, that has not asked for anything. And what happens in reality is that people pay other people to do that bloody dirty job, and that's immoral. The only regret I have as a vegan is not having become vegan earlier. I eat delicious food every day at every meal, and I go to bed knowing that I didn't contribute to killing or exploiting any animal, and it feels great. If you haven't tried, you should try. And I eat about the same kind of stuff, whether I'm exercising or not in a day. Sometimes I don't exercise for a week and I still eat the same thing. What happens is that the hunger adapts to the level of activity that you're doing. So you can actually trust your gut feeling as for the amount of food that you need in such a diet. It's awesome. That's actually what you can call intuitive eating. So for most people it will work, and for the people that will have to learn how to listen to hunger signals, I always trust my hunger. So I eat till I'm satisfied, and when I'm full, I stop eating. And you can put the rest of food in a box in the fridge and eat it later. And this way I eat usually 3 times a day and sometimes 5 times a day ad libitum. So unlimited fruit, starches, and refined sugar. I also eat some vegetables, a bit of seaweeds, a bit of mushrooms, and some kind of legume twice a week max. The emphasis is always on the carbohydrates, and I never feel guilty for eating carbohydrates. And if I want to lose weight, I will just eat more fruit. I repeat, more fruit.